Hi friends, this is Mohammed Gibran and welcome to our JavaScript tutorials. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how you can manipulate the HTML tags of the HTML page using the JavaScript. Here we'll be taking some value from the user and we will manipulate the HTML according to that. So for that, let me first of all create some HTML elements. We'll create first one h1. I will assign it the ID of heading and we will just close it and we'll write this is heading. So and we'll close this h1 and then I will do something like this. Input type equals text. I guess all of you know about the HTML. If you don't know, please go back, have a look and then come back. So I'm creating a text box over here and it's ID I'm going to give as the box and we're not going to do anything with that anymore. So after that we'll create one simple button, that is type equal to submit, and the value for it will be submit only. Value is the text to be displayed in the text button, and then I will assign one event to it, that is on click. So whenever the user clicks, I want something to happen. And what is that something? Something is a function written in my JavaScript. The function name will be JavaScript. We are going to create this function in just a moment. So let me go to my head section and here I will create an function with the name of display display. Why? Because we have named over there our function as display. Okay, so over here I will write the code in my display function. What I will do, I will create one variable with the name and I will assign the value to it of my get element by ID, and which element I want to access in my page, that is my text box. The ID for my text box is box and I want to get the value of my text box. So what I am doing, I am trying to access the value written in this text box using this line. I am saying document.get element by ID. I am getting the element by using its ID and I am getting its value. So I want box elements value. I will store that in my name variable. So now I have the value written in the text box in my name variable. So now I can do some pretty checking over here. With that I can work forward. I can just check if my name is empty. I can just validate if the user has entered a value or not. If he has not entered any value, then the length of this variable will be 0. So if it is the case, then I will simply alert him that please enter your name. Okay, and if it's not the case, it means if the user has really entered a value, then what I want is I want to change the text of my h1 tag which I have created over here. So for that I will again access that heading using the heading and I will do the same thing which we did with the text box, that is document.get element by ID, and this time I want to access which element. That element is my heading element. Why? Because the ID for my h1 is heading only. So now once I have that heading, I can access that. I can make its inner HTML change. So I want to change the HTML or the text written in that. How? We'll do something like this. Now I will assign that with my variable name. So what I did over here is nothing but simple. What I have did is I have created one h1 over here with this text, so nothing fancy here, and then I have created one text box with the ID of box, and then one button which will call this function whenever it gets clicked. So once this button gets clicked, we will be running this JavaScript code where we are copying the value entered in the text box into the variable name, and we are checking if the name variable is empty or not. That means if the user has really entered a value or not, or if the text box is empty. So if it is the case, then we are just displaying him an alert box saying that to enter your name. And then if it is not the case, if the user has entered a value, then we are going to change the document or our h1 tag, and we will be displaying the name in that. So we will save this and we will try to run this in our Chrome. So now if I try to submit it, it will say please enter your name. This is why, because we have not entered any value. And if I entered any name like Sean, and if I hit submit, then my h1 tags get changed. If I again do something like Billy and I hit submit, then the text gets changed. So this is how you can make your text dynamic. Maybe you would like to enter the user their name, and you might want to display their name as soon as they enter it. So this is how you can manipulate your HTML elements using the JavaScript. So hope you understood it, and thanks for watching.